Welcome. The second part of the movie. So he can be punished for killing. Following Buddhist tradition, Anxia spends 7 days on his knees repenting until he passes out, still unsure if what he did was right or wrong. When Anxia returns to the shop, he meets Zhao, who manages to get inside even though there was a lock on the door. He's a martial arts student that can use a special technique capable of destroying things through walls, and he's come to the shop to buy some medicine for his master, who he'll be fighting later. Anxia is very impressed by this mighty technique, and after doing the sale, he follows Zhao in secret to watch him fight his master Peng. Both men are very skilled and Zhao manages to stay calm even when Peng taunts him, but in the end, Peng beats up his student anyway. Zhao refuses to give up and uses the special technique to land the final hit with props he finds in the area, but this also forces him to admit he's been practicing his master's technique behind his back. Peng doesn't mind and admits Zhao is more skilled than his own son, so he'll be the one to inherit the leadership of his school. A happy Zhao starts making his way out, but he suddenly falls to the floor because Peng's waited for the right moment to betray him and kill him with his umbrella to get revenge for his stolen technique and keep his son as his heir. The next day, Peng's son Cheesy shows up at Anxia's shop to get some medicine for his father. He also has some meat that he'd love to cook properly, and Anxia accepts to share his kitchen in exchange for sharing the lunch. When the stew is ready, Cheesy only lets Anxia eat after he shares all the details about the fight. Things get weird when they realize the meat has a special poison that makes them hallucinate and their faces swell, and after Anxia sees the ghost of Mrs. Sui, he decides they should get drunk to forget. Since they don't have money, Anxia and Cheesy go to a temple to steal the donation box. Shiyu is the monk protecting the box and quickly gives them a lesson by beating them in a battle that ends with their heads against the ground. Cheesy runs away in fear, but Anxia stays to apologize and asks Shiyu to be his master, but Shiyu turns him down. The following morning, Cheesy tells Peng about what happened, and Peng immediately realizes that must have been the same Shiyu he trained with when they were younger and stole a technique from him. Their conversation's interrupted when Anxia brings over the medicine order, and after Cheesy quickly kicks him out, he explains to his father it was Anxia that told him about the temple. Now Peng thinks Anxia and Shiyu are working together. Meanwhile, Anxia packs his things and says goodbye to the doctor at his altar before returning to the temple to beg Shiyu to train him again. Axia begins showing he can be useful by sweeping the area, but Shiyu takes the broom from him and shows him his special cleaning technique before giving it back, explaining even cleaning must be an exercise in focus. Sometime later, a girl approaches Anxia saying her fortune predicted she would meet her savior in the temple. Her biggest wish is to have a baby, and Anxia promises to help her find a way. In the evening, Anxia goes to see Rusong for advice, and they both close their eyes to meet in their headspace. Rusong tells Anxia about a secret room in the temple where men took women to get them pregnant, and he locked it some time ago to protect it. Anxia isn't sure why Rusong finds this amusing, but when he opens his eyes, he finds the key to the room. Afterward, Anxia takes the girl to the room and finally realizes there's a space for them to get frisky. They have a wonderful night together, but the girl won't tell him her name because they can't see each other again. Later, after sharing this experience with Shiyu, Anxia asks him for his story in return. Shiyu explains that when his old master died, he passed his ape strike technique to him and made him the heir of the school because his son Peng wasn't good enough. Peng was furious and fought Shiyu until he ran away from the school, and nowadays, Shiyu is waiting for the right moment to return something to his rightful owner. Their conversation is suddenly interrupted by Peng, who has come to ask for the secret manual with his father's techniques. Shiyu explains there has never been such a manual, but he's written all he knew in a notebook that he can finally give to Peng to make up for their disagreement. Peng grabs the manual and tosses it into the kitchen fire, prompting Anxia to run to recover it, but Peng quickly jumps in to hit him away. Shiyu doesn't want things to turn violent and apologizes to Peng for running away all those years ago. Now he understands he should have stayed so they could learn together. He also wants to bow in respect, but Peng's still resentful and starts a fight. Their kung fu techniques destroy many parts of the temple, and Shiyu has to push Anxia out of the way multiple times to stop Peng from attacking him too. Seeing Shiyu move so fast to take his student outside makes Peng drop the fight and leave the temple, but as soon as the doors close, he reveals he was just pretending and uses his special technique to attack through the wall. A statue explodes and the little pieces go after Shiyu, who grabs his broom and uses his powers to create a tornado of leaves that acts as a shield. Peng thinks he won and comes back inside to check, prompting Shiyu to jump on him and restart the fight. You can find the rest of this film in the next video on this channel.